Hello students, this is Yogita Datar, subject teacher of Engineering Mathematics from Sri Siddheshwar Women's College of Engineering, Solapur. In the last lecture, we have seen that the syllabus of Engineering Mathematics 3 is divided into 6 units. The first unit is Laplace transform. Laplace transform has number of applications in all branches of engineering. The most useful application is it is used to solve both ordinary and partial differential equations, and it is used in RLC circuit analysis. Laplace transform converts differential equations in time domain to algebraic equations in the frequency domain. So, for transformation from the time to frequency domain, to manipulate the algebraic equations to form a solution, and for inverse transformation from the frequency to time domain, Laplace transform is applied. Now, the subtopics in this unit 1 Laplace transform are definition of Laplace transform, condition for its existence, transform of some elementary functions, properties of Laplace transform, evaluation of integrals by using Laplace transform, and transforms of some spatial functions. The first point is definition of Laplace transform and condition for its existence. Let f of t be a function defined for all positive values of t. Then its Laplace transform is defined as L of f of t equal to f bar of s, which is equal to the definite integration from 0 to infinity of e raised to minus st f of t dt. Here the integrand is e raised to minus st into f of t. Integration is performed with respect to time variable t, and time variable t varies from 0 to infinity. Here this L stands for Laplace, and this is the notation for the result of Laplace transform. Then what is the condition for its existence? The condition for its existence of the Laplace transform is that this integral should exist. So it should be some finite value, and this result is surely function of s, where s is a parameter which may be real or complex. So Laplace transform of any function of t is nothing but some function of s, where s is a parameter which is either real or complex. So here we have to note two important things. The first one is that Laplace transform takes a function of time t into a function of complex variable s. So here by Laplace transform, a function of t, that is f of t, is transformed to function of s, that is f bar of s. And the second important thing is that it is concerned with function of t where t is greater than or equal to 0. Since Laplace transform takes a function of time, so time is never negative. So Laplace transform is only concerned with the function of t where t is greater than or equal to 0. Next, now using the formula or the definition of Laplace transform of the given function of t, we can find the Laplace transform of different functions. Now see here, f of t is equal to 1. That is, here f of t is constant. So the procedure to find the Laplace transform of any given function which is defined for t greater than or equal to 0 is, first you have to write the formula, that is L of f of t equal to integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. Now in this definition or in this formula to find Laplace transform, you have to replace the given function of t. So here it is 1. So now we are having L of 1 instead of L of f of t. So it becomes L of 1 equal to integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into 1 dt. Instead of f of t, we have written it as 1. Now e raised to minus st into 1 is nothing but e raised to minus st itself. Now integrating this e raised to minus st with respect to time t, we get e raised to minus st divided by minus s. We know that integration of e raised to ax with respect to x is equal to e raised to ax upon a plus c in case of indefinite integration. Comparing e raised to ax with this integrand e raised to minus st, we get a equal to minus s. So here replacing x by t and a by minus s, we get the result as e raised to minus st upon minus s within the limits t equal to 0 to t equal to infinity. Now we have to put the limits or the values of t. First the upper limit, so it becomes e raised to minus infinity upon minus s minus lower limit t equal to 0, that is e raised to 0 upon minus s. We know that e raised to minus infinity is equal to 0. So the first term in this square bracket becomes 0 upon minus s, that is 0, and also we know that e raised to 0 is 1. So the second term becomes 1 upon minus s. When we simplify this, it is nothing but 1 upon s. So Laplace transform of 1 is 1 upon s. So this is the procedure to find the Laplace transform of a function which is defined for positive values of t. Now we will see one more simple example. Here the function of t is e raised to at. Again the procedure is same. First write the formula, that is L of f of t equal to integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. Now replace f of t by e raised to at. So this becomes L of e raised to at equal to integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st e raised to at dt. Now see here, the integrand is product of two functions of t. The first one is e raised to minus st and the second one is e raised to at. These are the index figures where the bases are same. So by laws of indices, we can add the indices when the terms are multiplying. So adding the indices and taking minus t common, we get e raised to minus of s minus a t dt. Again apply the integration of e raised to ax dx formula as in the previous example. Then we will get this term, that is e raised to minus of s minus a t divided by minus of s minus a within the limits t equal to 0 to t equal to infinity. Now put upper limit t equal to infinity and t equal to 0 as lower limit. So we get this step, e raised to minus infinity upon minus of s minus a minus e raised to 0 upon minus of s minus a. Again, as e raised to minus infinity is 0, the first term becomes 0, and as e raised to 0 is 1, the second term becomes 1 upon minus of s minus a. Now, these two minus signs gives us answer as 1 upon s minus a. So, Laplace transform of e raised to at is 1 upon s minus a. So, using this method, we can find the Laplace transform of the functions of t which are defined for all the positive values of t very easily. Okay, in the next lecture we will see some more examples or some standard functions and their Laplace transform results. Thank you.